include modifiers on this screen.
No, I saw it.
No, it looks like it doesn't.
Oh, wow. Okay, what?
Typically, it's whatever character you have selected.
It does in game. We all do know that.
So, for example, if you had an NPC in game and you currently had that NPC selected, it'll roll for them. So, if you have like your companions with you, you can still roll with your companions.
Right. Maybe it can't differentiate that in this screen or something because the stats aren't loaded into the code right now.
Well, right, it uses your character, and as of right now, you are not haven't defined a character to play yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think you might have to roll another one, but he's coming in.
Sorry, what was that?
I got a guy, he's coming in. He might have to roll cleric real quick.
Okay. He's definitely coming.
Yep, he just logged in right now. I just talked to him.
Okay.
Where exactly were we? We had just finished.
You had completed the. Yeah, you finished his favor. You earned his favor in the city. Good reputation. You cleansed the temple of the gnome deity. Everything, the whole landscape changes after each session, so don't be surprised if NPCs are not in the same space or be able to talk to them again. It's just like a real city.
Well, I do hope they are not cursed by eternal curses of paralysis where they're unable to move.
I think the bartender is still walking into the wall. I don't think there's much we can do for him.
That's just called the curse of alcoholism.
When you go to edit that map, if you're in edit mode, if you move his token around before you launch, doesn't that fix it? I had to do that a few times to get him to stop doing the moonwalk into the wall thing.
Oh, you were able to stop him?
Yeah, I had to try that. I had to move his token pre-launch of the game and then save save the game that I was going to load for the actual session, and then it worked fine. And then I was getting a problem in that same place where it was summoning two cooks, one on top of each other, and they weren't able to move either.
So
those cooks are always
I haven't live DM'd very extensively yet. Say you have a location set up, pre-session. When you get in there, when you're modifying a location mid-session, if you leave and come back, are those changes you've made in the session still in effect for the duration of that session, or does it load exactly what you had when you started?
They're in for the duration of the session, if I understand your question. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Like, okay, I played around yesterday with some people where during the middle of the session, we decided to have 3 or 4 different NPCs come into the little home base we were using. And of course, the DM, removed them from the town, put them inside the building, so on and so on. I didn't know if you did something like that, if for the remainder of that session that would be in effect, or if every time you went back, the players went back, the DM would have to remodify.
As long as it's still the same session, he shouldn't have to remodify. Unless something happens to them in the story or he removes them himself. But like if just to do an isolating the test would be like, okay, I'm going to add in a custom character in this building A. You guys go to building B, and then an hour later you go back to building A. As long as I didn't touch that character in building A, he's still going to be standing there doing whatever he's doing. Yeah, he'll still be there.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because it's dynamic once it starts. Like when you're in edit mode, you're setting up a template for the current live session. That's all.
He was having technical difficulties, so he's rebooting. So I'm going to just go ahead and we'll start assigning abilities and such. I made a few changes to my rules. I will do the fatal blow rolls. So if I roll higher than a 3, you will be considered unconscious. There's no rolling on abilities. I will assign how many times you can use it. And I'll begin with you, Wizard. You still have the ability to summon a familiar, but only once per game, per session. So if it dies, that's it. Your knowledge roll, we spoke earlier about that, will include your modifiers now, so you can all do that. Your new ability, you can be able to only have 2 abilities during the game until the next session. You'll be able to have 3, and finally the last session you'll be able to have 4. But I'm going to be adding new abilities to the game, but you'll only be able to have 2. So you can choose from another ability called Arcane Eye, and this ability allows you to look and hear what's going on in the next room, and you'll be able to use that 2 times per rest. So you can choose from your ability to summon a familiar, Arcane Eye, or the ability to do a knowledge roll. So if you want to ever change those abilities out in the game, it will cost you money at the end. It'll cost 200 gold pieces. So do you guys all remember what your money and stuff is from last time, right? Have that written down?
Yeah, I have it written down. I have mine written down. Now,
all right, cool.
His ability, like the Arcane Eye, is he going to roll an intelligence roll or something on that, or did you say that those are guaranteed?
No, he doesn't have to do one for that one. That's just a natural spell ability he has that he can look in the other room. So
gotcha.
He can use it up to 2 times per rest.
So I have to pick between 2 of the 3 abilities I have offered to me right now?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And you sort of nerf the familiar to, instead of once per rest, it's once per session.
Yes, right.
Fair
so
enough,
if it dies, it's it.
But he better not get like a hamster familiar. I mean, I'm just saying.
So my 3 abilities are going to be familiar, knowledge checks, or Arcane Eye. Those are my 3, right? I don't like knowledge checks aren't just default. That's a special.
And with the knowledge checks, there will be no more psychic links. So if you're using it on somebody, they won't be able to determine your use of it. I took that away.
Okay, good.
So
because that threw me for a loop. I was like, what's going on here? Like, why is he attacking me? I'm just thinking about something.
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to keep my 2. I'm just going to stick with the 2 I had last week.
Okay.
But I wrote down the Arcane Eye in case I want to change it out.
In Rogue, nothing's really changed in terms of what you've had, but you have another ability to choose from, which is pickpockets. So
Okay.
that'll give you the ability to, if you're successful in rolling, if you're not successful, there could be consequences, especially if you're doing it right in the middle of the city. So you could choose between, last time you had bluff, sneak attack, and now you can choose with pickpocketing if you want that.
And is pickpocket any number of times?
Then you can use it unlimited. You can rob the whole city.
Okay.
That doesn't mean they'll have anything on them.
And is it a dexterity check? Or is it just a 1d20?
Yes, it is. Dexterity.
Okay. I'm going to go with bluff and pickpockets.
Okay. All right.
And bluff, is that a charisma?
Bluff is intelligence. You know, it was funny. I did this the other night with a group, and he did an intelligence roll. He was trying to bluff a guy, and he rolled a 0. So, yeah, I let him roll again because there's no such thing.
That doesn't make sense.
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, it's a flaw in the system. But that was funny.
That makes me wonder if you can't get a 20.
I've seen a 20.
I've seen a 20, and yesterday I saw a 0 plus a 0 modifier, I think it was. No, it was 0 with a negative modifier. Of course, it still ended up 0, so they don't have that kind of bugs. But yeah, zeros are bountiful.
I would say that if you roll a 0, that's the same as rolling a 1. You know, for it to work around that bug, you just call it a 1.
Did he have a negative modifier?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he did, and that brought him down to 0.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so that... Okay.
Ranger, your abilities last week were the ability to summon a Sacred Guardian, which I don't think you ever used that before, but you can use that one time per rest, and the Intimidation has no limit of usage. This week I've added a Scatter Shot, which is a one-time thing per rest, which you can fire off missiles into a group of enemies, like everyone in the room, and it'll be like a dexterity roll, and that determines how much damage takes place in the room on the enemies. So you can choose between which 2 of the 3 you would like.
I'll keep the 2 I have.
Okay. I've also added a store with items that you could use, and if you make it to certain parts where I'm not going to count beholder petrification if you ever run into a beholder, but if you go over a trap and you're petrified, I will do a petrification roll to see if it's permanent. So you will probably try to find some scrolls of Stone to Flesh, because if you're permanent, it's pretty much game over for you until someone goes and buys a scroll and come back. But you never know with these store guys; they're not always there. And the items aren't like that I put in my shop aren't infinite. There's only a certain amount of them, and the guy's only in town for a certain amount of time selling his goods. Well, let me check the status of David coming in here. Yeah, he's been offline 7 minutes, so I invited the next guy that wanted to come here. He has been rolling in Cleric. But that doesn't take a computer 7 minutes to reboot. She got like an Atari 2600.
Indeed.
Hilarious. All right. And you do not have a mic, is that correct? Or did you have a mic, Cleric? Titanius.
Me? I have a mic.
Yeah, okay.
Excellent.
All right. Did you do this with me? Do you know my rules? Did you work with me during the week on this? If you're not, I'll go over the rules briefly with you.
Which module
Okay,
is
well,
this
I
one?
have my own Waterdeep. This is the Lords of Waterdeep. I have my own
no, I haven't done
application of D&D
Waterdeep with
rules. Okay. There's a reputation system. There's a need to rest to restore your spells. Death is permanent. It requires extra, not abilities in-game, but to raise people. There's an economy. The campaign is 100% open world. It's made for roleplay. There are no quest markers. You have to discover the quests. You can be evil or good. You can go in a city and raise hell. There will always be consequences, of course. There will be a set number of times that you're able to raise the dead. And how that works is if one of your comrades becomes incapacitated, I will do a death blow roll. And if it is a death, we'll subtract from the number of times that you're able to raise dead during the session. If you run out, you have to restore that at an inn or in a dungeon. So, and there's also, you can be petrified.
Hey, tactical adventure. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Did I miss anything, guys?
Unfortunately, the campaign is full.
You covered the gist of it.
No.
Except his ability specifically.
All right, so you're going to be able to raise the dead only 2 times per rest. That'll be an extra ability. You're going to have to write this stuff down because I won't be able to keep track. So if one of your comrades goes down, it's a death blow. You'll subtract from that amount of times. And like I said, you have to go to an inn to restore that or rest in the dungeon.
Okay.
You also have the ability to call upon faith, which means that you can use this call upon your gods to help you in a certain circumstance, whether it's in a battle or speaking with NPCs. Or you can use the ability of blindness, deafness, which is the ability I will make the NPCs or monsters mute and unaware of your presence for a period of time. You can use that 2 times per rest. So what would you like, call upon faith or blindness, deafness?
I'll take the blind deaf.
Okay. The backstory so far is that the adventurers here came to Waterdeep. They were with the rogue here, Valos, had a cousin there. They went to speak with him. They did some jobs for him that failed. And they gained in reputation in the city by helping the Adventurers Guild cleanse a temple that they found in an archaeological site. It was a temple to one of the ancient gnomish god that used to be venerated in the area. So that's about it. So they're coming back to this adventure where we left off around there. This is normally this is going to be a 6-week long one. We just meet for 2 hours on Sunday night. So you're welcome to come back next week if you enjoy it. He said 60 seconds. Is he back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So I'm loading in, and there's always consequences. Keep in mind for your actions from last time. One thing I didn't do was an economy roll for the cleric. So when we get in, they'll do a D10 roll, and that represents 100 gold per number, and that'll be how much money you're bringing into the game.
Sweet, because I think he has like 12 gold.
real quick, what was the item that Gorion gave us to summon him?
Those items are no longer valid in this session. Some of the NPCs are no longer at the inn that were there before. So it keeps changing.
Okay. So he did give us something, though. So that item just is no longer with us?
Yes. Oh, it might be with you, but it won't function in the same way. Like he gave you a symbol of one of his gods.
Because I have, yeah, so I had written down that we had the symbol of Helm, Dix's ring, and a stone whistle for Lincoln.
Yeah. So those might be invalid if those PCs are no longer at the tavern. They're no longer working, so they might be engaged in other activities in the city or have moved on somewhere. All right, go ahead, cleric, and do a D10 roll and write how much money you have down. So, wow, you brought in $1,000. So that's pretty good. All right, you enter the city. You are surrounded by guards. Halt! You're under arrest for murder of Balen Velos. You will come with us immediately. Do you wish to follow them or attack?
I would like to talk to them. Balen Velos was my cousin. We did not murder them. This is the first I've heard. When did this occur?
You'll have to talk to the magistrate. I'm just here to arrest you. So
Very well.
Do you choose to go with them peacefully, or?
I would like,
yes.
I would like to intimidate this fool into allowing me to walk myself to the magistrate.
You can try. Keep in mind you can't, he has other people here with him.
I think that's a bad idea.
They're surrounded by a cohort of guards.
I am not
There's about
speaking to the
10,000 in the city. No, you're just speaking to the city guard. The regular guardsman.
Against my better judgment, I will allow him to escort me.
We will come with you. We will not
go along with this.
Claim that we murdered Balen Velos, but we do wish to speak with who has made these claims.
Very well. You are guilty until proven innocent in Waterdeep. When you arrive, the guards at the gate of the jail, they ask you if you have anyone in the city that can represent you, or do you wish to represent yourself?
Please go see Minsk at the Adventurers Guild. I'm sure he will stand up for our good name.
Yes, he will vouch.
Very good. They go and they get Minsk.
Friends, I have no doubt that Minx would speak highly of us, but somehow I doubt his ability to convey that to someone as official as a magistrate. He may lack the capability to properly convey our good name.
Who else might you consider?
Did you two go to the magistrate now?
I don't know who else, but
could you try some?
I guess he is our only option. I'm just putting it out there.
My friends, this is most unjust. see
Means,
Edwin
thank you for
speaking
joining
to
us.
the Magister. Magister says you have been found guilty of murder.
Under
What do you have to say for yourself?
Magistrate, when did these events occur?
These happened recently, and you have been known in the city to cause trouble. The guards are here to witness against you doing the same thing to Edwin, threatening him. He had called the guards recently. You have much guilt against you. These are heroes!
Lord Magistrate, you
Where
will
is
notice that
Boone?
the one who caused the trouble with Sir Edwin is no longer with us.
Magistrate, I have never interacted
You are
with this
guilty
man
there.
before. I do know that this man was a competitor of my uncle's, but I have never spoken with him before.
Edwin is a world representative of the city economic institution, and he has powerful words, and he says that you threatened him and that you are all guilty. You have no
Magistrate,
evidence to prove otherwise. The guards stand against you. Do you wish to appeal your case to the unmasked Lord?
I wish to appeal. Is this a city where all you need is the word of one merchant to dispatch many people who visit your fair city, and without so much as any type of physical or substantial evidence? We're being accused based on his word alone?
You are accused by the guard and him. The guard stands witness that you came threatening him.
What did the guard say they specifically
You are guilty.
witnessed of?
Lord Minsk, as well as
He
those
witnessed
of the
you.
Wizards Guild, can attest that we were nowhere near Waterdeep. In fact, we were in the temple of a gnomish god.
Yes, this is true. They were working for me. Well, Minsk is the honorable representative of the city, yet his mental state is not always competent to represent such as you. But we have heard your appeal, and there's nothing more I can do in this matter. So you will go see the unmasked Lord of Waterdeep, and you appeal your case to him. The guards will show you out.
Before they escort us, can I roll an intelligence check on the magistrate to see like what his alliance is or who he's allied to? Like, can I sense any of that with an intelligence check or any type of check that I can do?
You can try. Go ahead.
Just to see if I can glean any like his motivations and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
You sense that he is a very, from what you've heard in the city, he's a very honorable person, and he always judges fairly. But the justice system here is based on you being guilty until you can prove that you're innocent. But you have chosen to appeal your case, so you must speak with the unmasked Lord of Waterdeep.
Very well.
There's nothing substantial.
I trust that Timora will smile upon us, as we have done nothing wrong, and the smiling lady always protects her people.
Lord Harrigan enters in. You wish to appeal your case?
Yes, Lord Paragon. This man has accused us of killing my own uncle, and this is not the case. We were nowhere around. This is the first I've actually heard. We were out when this occurred, and I do not know who murdered my uncle, but I would like nothing more but to see them brought to justice.
This is unfortunate circumstances for everyone here. I will tell you what I will do since you are trusted by Minsk. I will allow you to prove your innocence. Until then, you are considered guilty and under the care of the city guard, but you are free to roam about the city. I will give you the opportunity to use these special crystals that will record any activity that you find suspicious and it will be able to prove your innocence. Hand you the crystals. You are now free to prove your innocence. And you have to the
Lord
end of the
Paragon.
session to prove your innocence. If you do not prove your innocence by the end of the session, you will be considered outlaws of the city.
Master Velos, we must make haste to your cousin's establishment. See if we can find anything there.
Nice intro, by the way, Boo.
Glad you enjoyed it. I wish I was recording though. I just turned on the recorder.
I'm recording it so I could send it.
Everything that you do has consequences. So your crazy clerk. Good. The crazy clerk from last week really hurt you guys messing up that quest. So now there are consequences. And if you do not prove your innocence by the end of the session, you will be outlaws.
Well, at least I know it wasn't me that did it. Was it the one-armed man?
Who's the one-armed man?
It was the 1 foot tall cleric.
It's from Fugitive.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It wasn't me, it's one-armed man.
Let us see this cousin of yours establishment.
Oops. Is this it?
Here, friends. Here, friends.
Here. Yep.
Excuse us, watchmen. We will be taking a look around.
Yes.
They didn't even move the body?
This is quite unfortunate. I would like to see if I can search the room for clues. Is that something I could do?
Yes. Yes, you can.
I notice documents here on the ground.
Can I use my intelligence to examine the body?
If you want.
Okay. There you go.
You notice that his wounds are from daggers. He was assaulted, probably unaware, and that's how he had
Are the wounds
died.
in his back or in his front?
In his front.
So, friends, it would appear that when he was murdered, if murder was the case here, someone was standing directly in front of him. It could have possibly been someone treating with him. It doesn't look. Does it look like he struggled?
Do you guys see this account?
Definitely caught unaware.
Notice a book of accounts scattered across the floor. Reads, them darn boneheads are stealing all my contacts. By the end of the month, I will be broke. Thanks to those jolly Rogers.
Pirate.
The editing error there.
Lord Velos.
Holding out for some Jolly
There's
Ranchers.
nothing more substantial to see in the room.
Very well. My friends, perhaps we should travel to the tavern. Perhaps Gorion can also be a witness to us as he was with us.
Do we need to grab these account documents as proof?
That's a
You were
good idea.
recording them with your recorders that you were given to you.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we don't actually have to pick them up.
By arcane
I want
magic,
to
you're able
convince
to
this
record everything.
watchman. I I want to address this watchman and inform him that he should have the respect to clean up the dead man's body that is laying rotting in this room.
He tells you that they're doing an investigation. When it is over, the body will be disposed of properly.
Very well. If Master Balos is fine with his cousin's rotten body in the room, then I will concede.
Does the watchman know if anyone else has been in here since the murder?
He says that he is unaware of anyone coming in here, since he has been standing here except for you guys. Which he was informed through his superiors that you had permission.
Okay. Has anyone come
Excuse
out?
me, Watchman, do you know when when this body was first discovered? How long ago?
Yes, it was this morning by some people in town here inquiring of his goods.
And just out of character, how long has it been since the body was discovered? I think I might have missed something.
It was early this morning. It is now evening time. You have been returning to town after your last adventure of purging the temple, so this happened recently around that time.
Okay, thanks. My friends, we should attempt to gather additional information. Let us travel to the tavern.
Hoorah.
You notice that some of your comrades are not there anymore that were here previously.
Looks like Master Gorion has abandoned the city of Waterdeep, or at least this taverns. He will not be able to testify on our behalf.
This is most unfortunate.
We should look elsewhere. Our time is limited.
Perhaps the bartender overheard him leaving. Could maybe point us in the right direction.
Excuse me, bartender.
Yes.
I have been unfortunate. Favor has not smiled upon me today. My cousin, Balen Velos, of Velos Exports, was murdered recently. I was wondering if you might have overheard anything recently.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. I don't know anything. I just serve drinks here.
Very well.
Mayhaps you have seen something
Greetings,
while standing
friends.
here being magnificent.
I've seen nothing but many drinks being poured in this fine establishment that I hope to purchase one day for the money that I received from serving you.
My friends, may I make a suggestion?
You may.
Of course. Belagon,
It seems to me that no one in this establishment will have much information for us. These are just tavern patrons, bartenders, local fare. It's like chasing a needle in a haystack here. Perhaps our search would be better served if we sought someone in the city who possesses greater knowledge or greater wisdom of the internal goings-on, and perhaps someone may know more about this Edwin who has accused us. To me, it seems as though he is the key to this matter.
I get a feeling that
Belagon, I seem to recall that there were perhaps sailors or pirates that may have been in the room north of this establishment last time we were here.
Sailors, you say?
Perhaps. I seem to recall.
What would they have
someone
anything to do with this?
Well, according to his documents, pirates were involved.
Indeed.
You will have to forgive me. I'm not accustomed to some of the terminology of the mainland.
There's nothing substantial upstairs that you notice.
Anything that we don't notice?
If they were pirates here, they are long gone. Nothing.
I suggest we
I
find
would
the
say
Mages Guild.
that some of the new hirelings in the establishment all have special abilities that will benefit you if you choose to use them.
There's a necromancer up here.
I would like to speak to these characters here. Well met, my friends.
Friend. Have you heard of Garrick the Bard? I am one of the Darwin troubadours. I am here playing minstrel songs for this fine establishment.
Ah, telling sweet tales of your travels, indeed, I suppose?
Yes, indeed.
And have you heard anything recently? Any news of Waterdeep?
I have heard only tales of intrigue, tales of things going on that involve one of a local deity that has appeared from the abyss, and she is known to be traveling here.
From the abyss, this deity sounds quite disturbing.
Yes.
Does she have a name?
Have you not heard of the merchant's friend? Her name is Joaquin, the Golden One. She had wheeling and dealing her essence away to find freedom, and she ended up in the abyss, where she was into being held by a demon lord, and she was able to break free, and all her followers are celebrating her freedom.
Ah, yes, the Gold Lady, the merchant's friend. I have heard of this deity. This is great news.
Yes, it is.
I look forward to her arrival. Unfortunately, my uncle, my cousin, who was a merchant, was recently murdered. It is too bad she will not be able to smile upon him when she arrives.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that.
And your friend...
I would like to address the bard.
Yes.
Sir Bard, are you familiar with a local merchant by the name of Edwin?
No, it does not ring a bell.
Very well.
But if you have need of my services, I give you this pin. Just use it, hold it, grasp it tight, and I will appear in any dungeon that you have need of me.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Garrick. It is a pleasure to have met you.
Pertinent
Indeed,
to
yes.
address or to check out the offices of this Edwin fellow.
I agree. However, we should be stealth. We should work in stealth when we do this.
Agreed.
I would like to
I do not like
speak
this
with
idea.
One or two fellows should go in.
I think at most one person, perhaps me, should sneak in quietly in the cloak of night to inspect his interior. That way we risk not being caught.
I am also trained in the arts of secrecy and stealth.
But with two people, the chances of being caught doubles.
But you can cover more ground quicker.
I would like to address Minx, the druid.
Yes, little one.
My friend, are you new in town? I have not seen you here before.
You have need of my service.
Perhaps we might.
I am here looking for adventure.
Very
yes,
well.
Please take this leaf, and you can call upon me. Blow upon it, and I shall appear.
Thank you. If we find ourselves in need of your services, we shall. And finally,
Very
I'd like
good.
to address this other mercenary, Balen.
Yes. Time is ticking. What do you want?
Ah, yes. Well met there. You're new in town, I believe. Are you one of the traveling...
I am.
And what service are you able to provide here in this town?
If you give me coin, I give you service. I will bring the wrath of the undead upon any of your foes.
That seems quite wise for us to be able to use. And how might we call upon you in our time of need?
Take this skeleton, this bone, and you can shake it around, and I will appear.
Very well. Thank you for your time.
Come, let us waste no more time.
On your map, I
friends.
also marked the local merchant that is visiting, if you wish to see him as well.
Perhaps before we
Master
do
Vela,
this, we should...
Not objectional to the idea. If you're not objectional to the idea, perhaps this necromancer can restore some life, if our cleric cannot, to your uncle, who may be able to share more information to us with why he died. Or how he
this
died.
is an excellent idea. Perhaps she can commune with the dead. We should go check with her to see if such service is available.
We could summon her. She gave us a bone.
I will stay here and keep guard on the building to make sure no one disposes or alters the body while you are in there.
Lady Dalen, well met one more time.
Yeah.
Recently, my cousin Balen Velos was murdered, and I unfortunately have been accused and have been tasked with proving my innocence. His body still lies in the building next door, and I am curious if you have the ability to commune with the dead.
I do. Do you have the ability to commune with gold?
Of course. Of course I do.
Give me 3,000 gold, and I will help. I will help you.
Unfortunately, we do not have that type of money, but I will tell you that my uncle was I'm going to try and bluff her here. I will tell you that my uncle was or my cousin was a very wealthy man, and if I was left in his will, and we can wake him from the dead and speak with him, perhaps he could tell me where his treasure was, and I would be happy to split all of it with you.
I'm listening. No, she finds that your offer appealing. You did a dexterity roll, it was intelligence.
No, that was intelligence.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, he did.
She follows you there. All right.
Nothing of suspicion while you were away, Master Vela.
Thank you for keeping watch.
Halt! You will not go in this place. They told me they want me to go in there. Nope. I only have orders to let these fall in, not you. Okay.
Can I cast blindness, deafness on this guard?
Yes, cleric.
That seems like a poor choice.
Yes, very
Who
poor.
is he?
The
ends
think
may
that'd be bad,
justify
then?
the means, gentlemen. The
I
ends
mean,
It
we'd
would
be able
put
to
us in
sneak
combat.
this.
sees you were all right in front of him. You can cast it on him, and he will. There could be negative results if it happens. There's always consequences for your actions.
Alright, fine.
Watchman, my name is Argil Velos. I am accused of murdering my own uncle. I do not believe even a man such as you are... A man like you should understand that one would not murder his own kind, especially the halfling people. I request that you please allow Miss Dalen here to come in and allow us to commune with the dead. You are welcome to join us to ensure that nothing out of the ordinary occurs.
What's listings?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you roll? I didn't see it. I didn't see the roll.
Oh, I was just asking him if he wanted to join us. I wasn't actually trying to bluff.
He wasn't bluffing yet.
Oh, well, he doesn't have any interest in watching or letting a necromancer
Persuasion.
of all people into his investigation.
Have you
Well,
have you
you can-
any
we have-
interest in taking?
You can intimidate him.
Have you enough interest in gold to look the other way?
He says
bribery.
that you better leave now. He is one of the watchmen of the city, and you better leave immediately, or there will be consequences for trying to bribe one of the city officials.
Let us adjourn down the street here, away from the guard.
Dalen, if you would, please join us.
Follow us, friend Balen.
Oh,
Okay. It seems to me that we're not going to get anywhere with him now. We ruined that opportunity. I say we go along with the plan of investigating Edwin's home. One shall enter. I think it should be our most skilled infiltrator. The rest of us should stand
Just a
watch
moment,
outside.
Lord Velos.
Hold on, I'm
Perhaps-
speaking.
I want my
Hey,
gold.
distraction.
I don't want to follow you fools through the city. I want my gold. Where's all this gold Mr. Valos had promised me?
Unfortunately,
gotta
the
do.
gold...
Velos.
The gold was contingent on being
You know
able
what?
to raise
Goodbye.
the dead and speak with him.
I'm out of here. This is
Yes,
ridiculous.
be
You're
gone with
wasting
you,
my time.
necromancer.
She probably will not assist you at all now.
That's fine by me. That's fine by me. I despise necromancy and all the things to do with it, including its practitioners. Now listen, you had an idea which sounded decent enough. Let's investigate his home, and the rest of us will stand watch outside and see if any guards are about. Before you enter, we should assess that situation as well. If that plan does not prove with success, we should entreat with someone else in the city who may have a probable chance of knowing any information about this Edwin. He's the key to all of this.
Belagond, you are as wise as you look, and I believe you are correct. But first, I think we should take a chance to visit the local merchant and see if there are any supplies we might find useful in our endeavor.
Very well. Let's do that. Where is he? I missed that. I was very frustrated in the presence of that necromancer.
Follow the red ball. It is marked on your map. Kalishman Trader. Hello, friends. Interested in some trinkets, goods?
Yes, we have heard you have the finest wares this side of Crymore. Perhaps you could show us them.
Ho, ho, ho! Indeed. he rolls out a mat and begins to show you one of his items. He has a 5 scrolls of flesh to stone, or stone to flesh. And it costs 100 per each one, and only a wizard or cleric can use these items. He has 4 scrolls of raised dead at 200 apiece. He has 3 Kalishman smoke bombs for 100 apiece, and how that works, you throw it down and you're able to retreat into the other room without the enemies following you there if you're in trouble. He has 1 ring of Gygax, which gives your party the ability to, if it's a complete wipe, it will restore you to the beginning of the dungeon without any consequences, and that's 500 gold for that. He has 1 scroll of mass resurrection, which costs 300 gold. He has 1 wand of create monster, which can only be used by the wizard. It has 3 charges, and it's 300 gold. Then how that works is it summons a few monsters to aid you in battle. He has a wand of fear with 3 charges. That's only 100 gold, and that will cause the enemies in the room to flee from you if you're in trouble. And he has 1 necklace of protection from purification, and that's petrification. He's 1 necklace of protection for petrification. It's 500 gold, and those are all the.
Very well. My companions, I believe we should. The necklace of protect from petrify seems quite useful. For someone such as myself who might be disarming difficult traps, it would be useful to not be able to be petrified.
Very good.
So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Yeah, I have 900 gold, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that and be down to 400.
Oh, wow, nice. Nice.
I'll take 2 of the scrolls of stone to flesh, please. And they're 100 apiece.
They were
200. Yeah, 100 is
yeah,
what I
100 apiece, that's right. Yeah, 100. Okay.
I will also buy a smoke bomb.
Okay.
Titanius will buy the 4 raised dead.
All right. The regular ones were 200 apiece.
Correct.
So that's 800. Okay.
And my good friend here, thank you so much for your assistance. You wouldn't happen to know anyone who might have a disguise kit, would you?
Nope.
Ah, most unfortunate. Thank you for your time.
Farewell. He vanishes and is gone.
Wow.
Good
Okay,
sir.
well-
I see you are a representative of the Merchants Guild.
Who are you speaking to? Where are they at?
Dear lords, another mute.
Oh, yes, I am indeed, sir.
Could you tell us of
What can-
the standings of the proprietor of Balen's Imports, or Balos Imports, rather?
What do
How
you
was
wish to
his
know of the
standing within your
standings?
guild?
He was a merchant. Oh,
How
he
was his
was
standing within your
not
guild?
part of our guild. We have neutral towards him. He was he conducted business on occasion. But I'm just one of the merchants here. I know very little of the day-to-day dealings. I'm just here to sell my own goods.
Good sir.
Perhaps we should.
Balen Balos was my cousin, and it is most unfortunate that he has been killed.
Oh, yes.
Do you know...
Sorry.
Were you aware of anyone who might have wanted to do this to him?
I'm sorry, but many of the merchants of late have had a lot of trouble with the Jolly Rogers that are in town. They're a new guild that are trying to be established. Many people, there have been rumors of confrontations with them and struggles. It's nothing good that's been heard about these groups. They're trying to take over people's businesses. It's most unfortunate.
Where are they located?
Oh, they're up the street. He marks it on your map.
Perhaps we should look in with this Edwin's imports before we explore that out.
Very well.
You hear loud, as you approach Edwin's, you hear arguments taking place within.
I would like to listen.
Perhaps your arcane eyes.
Ooh.
It's muffled. You're unable to hear in detail.
Can Lord Belagon not see and hear what is going on in the other room?
I don't think he picked Arcane Eye.
Are you inside?
I didn't take it. No, I'm not inside.
I think it would be unwise to enter here. We have already made an enemy out of Edwin. He obviously would like to see nothing more than us to be imprisoned, or even worse, executed. Now is not a good time to enter. There are obviously people about. Let us investigate elsewhere first. And if we exhaust all options, we will return.
Very well.
All right, let's take a look at the
source of the problem. Would be wise to investigate.
Maybe see if we can find these parts or Jolly Rogers.
That seems like a good lead. Let's start with that.
Arrive at the Jolly Rogers Guild office.
I would like to knock on the door.
Perhaps.
They do not answer the door.
Out of character real quick, is it considered rude to enter a guild hall? Just to enter? Sorry, I don't know the, I'm wondering if my character would know.
As long as you're not naked, or...
Alright, let us enter.
If you came in nude, would be offensive.
Would.
See three of the Jolly Rogers talking. What can we do for you?
Yes, I believe... go ahead.
I whisper over to Argil. I tell him to first see if they know anything about... let's let him do all the talking for this conversation too. See if they know anything about Edwin first, and then ask them about your uncle. Because if they're enemies of your uncle or your cousin, they might turn on us right away. That's what I say to him.
I think it would have been wise for Lord Velos to perhaps take over his cousin's establishment, and then after he becomes the proprietor, perhaps these men would approach him for the same reasonings and justifications they approached his cousin, and maybe we would learn more than just coming in and bluntly questioning them.
Yeah, draw them out.
You have no rights in the city. Yeah, you have no rights in the city right now.
We're being accused of murder. We can't set up an establishment as merchants.
Very well. Have at you.
Greetings, my Jolly Roger companions. We have heard great things of the Jolly Roger Guild. We hear you are in competition with the merchant here named Edwin. Have you heard of him?
Have you?
Edwin? Yes. I believe he was in competition with a local merchant named Balen Velos.
Yes.
We were told that you might have had... Have you heard of Balen Velos's recent death? It is most unfortunate. Perhaps good for Sir Edwin.
You are asking too many questions for us to answer. You have not come here for business. You are harassing us. You can leave now, or we will call the guard.
Very well. I apologize for interrupting you. I didn't mean to cause a disturbance. I apologize greatly. Please continue with your evening.
Get out of here. Out of here. Go away. You're small.
Okay, so the village harassers are worried about getting harassed.
Perhaps soon my companions will realize the same thing that I have, that perhaps directly approaching this situation is not what is called for.
Then what would you propose that did not take us into the position of merchants? Because we're not able to do that at this time. We're being accused of murder, and we only have a limited amount of time to do our investigation.
Observations sometimes do more than directly questioning the culprits.
Well, then what would you propose observing?
Other merchants, perhaps interactions that these individuals may have with the other merchants. Perhaps this is not an isolated incident. Maybe, for example, these culprits, these individuals approached other merchants for extortion. Perhaps your cousin was the only one that fought back.
We should find my cousin's contacts, who he claims were being stolen from him.
And who might they be? Do you have any ideas?
I do not.
What kind of business was your cousin in? Does he know that out of character? Does Argil know what specific business?
I believe he was an exporter.
Well, that narrows it down. So just about anything.
Who's into the shady exports there?
Shady exports.
Do we know where he exported to?
Wherever he could.
That would be contacts.
Whatever had, yeah, right.
Perhaps we could send one of the mercenaries from the tavern into Edwin's on our behalf. Someone Edwin does not know is connected with us, who can then see or hear some goings-ons that may be worth reporting back to us. Or perhaps we could approach the Joaquina.
I will follow your lead, Sir Gunther.
I'm just curious, these two guys standing here outside of this guild hall, any chance they might know anything? I mean, do you think it'd be worth talking to peasants that are just standing around, you know, maybe they've overheard something, maybe they've seen something?
Peasants are generally the eyes and ears. That is a good approach.
Which one do you want to speak to?
The short one.
Which peasant? All right, go ahead.
The dwarf. Because they don't like short people here.
The bald one.
Yeah. The one you had
All right,
your cursor over. Excuse me. We would like to know if you know any information about the Jolly Rogers. What sort of trades are they involved in? Can you tell us anything about them that may, be of knowledge to such fine folk as yourself in the city? What are they like? Excuse me, are you drunk, sir?
We should address the
It would appear this dwarf has no tongue.
He must be a mute. We are wasting our time with these peasants.
My wife's going to start yelling at me for that one.
Which of these mercenaries do you feel we would have the least use for in the future?
Well, I know Sir Baldar is certainly looking for money currently to purchase real estate. Perhaps, given it enough, he could speak with Sir Edwin for us and see if he can learn of what role he has played in this horrible travesty.
Sir Baldar.
As long as he's not overly intoxicated.
Greetings, friends. What can I do for you?
I have a simple task that I would be very gracious if you would assist us with, and would be willing to pay you up front for.
Oh, very well.
By the name of Edwin. There's a local fellow by the name of Edwin that we believe may be involved in some rather shady doings. We have made an enemy of this man. He will not let us approach. We cannot make ourselves known. Someone with your nobility and magnificence should be very appreciated in his establishment.
Point away to this fool.
I would give him directions to Lord Edwin's shop.
Please do not call that man a lord.
Absolutely.
Make sure Baylor
If you would please go in. He is a man of imports. Perhaps you would be able to discuss business and negotiations with him and report back anything that you...
He heads to Edwin's.
Friends, I suggest we don't approach while this is going on.
Yeah.
I suggest we wait in the tavern.
I think we... Okay,
yes, I agree with that. Let's wait for Sir Baldar to return. We don't want to arouse suspicion amongst the guards any further.
Sir Baldar goes into Edwin's with the information that you have given him about him being a fiend. And in the name of Helm, he begins to attack him.
Dear God.
Oh my God.
See how the battle turns out.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh.
Instructed him not to scream our name, right, while he's fighting.
We did not instruct him not to reveal us, and he probably will, knowing what we already know about this man's drinking habits.
I'm more worried about his thinking habits.
See, Sir Baldar
Well, if he fails,
successful.
He was successful
in murdering
He appears
Edwin.
to be successful.
Is he going to be successful at getting out of there alive?
Let us pause this for a moment so my companions and I can discuss. Perhaps while this is going on, we can now use this to our advantage and inform the guards of a vicious attack going down on another merchant that would perhaps give some
my alignment won't
favor
allow
in the guards' eyes.
Are you asking us?
I will
my
not frame a man for being stupid.
Your alliance? Okay.
I did not wish for Edwin to be killed. This is well, we haven't learned this yet, have we?
Yeah, we don't know if he's dead.
So, I am. Argil is very, very nervous about Sir Baldar running off in such haste, and is very much regretting his decisions. And is going to go get a drink in the tavern.
I suggest we look for some arcane or divine solution to this. Let's entreat with someone with more knowledge than myself. I am still studying the magics. Perhaps we can find a diviner in town that can tell us more information about this Edwin. I attempted to at our first meeting, but I failed. We can get some information about him. What other choice do we have at this point?
Who's he killing?
I think the guards may
Probably
have
the
arrived.
guards.
Should we?
Sir Baldar,
do we want to bother checking on him?
As a maniac.
Lord Baldar is taking an extended period of time. Perhaps we should venture to see what is, if he may have not run into the same fate as her cousin.
Here he is.
Sir
I have
Baldar.
dispatched justice in the name of Helm against these fiends that have been harassing you. All these Edwins and his skeleton friends. These Jolly Rogers. They all tried to attack me.
I am glad you are...
now of the city officials of taking over his investments in his building. It is of no use to him now. I will now try to find if I will be able to take over his service.
Sir Baldar, I did not mean for you to slay this man, although I assure you that he was a terrible man, quite racist, and I hope you are able to obtain his property. However, I must advise you to be careful when working with the magistrate here and the government, as they are very strict about such things.
And a bit haste.
Yes. Well, he was evil. He had to be taken care of. And now his property belongs to me. I claim it.
We have.
Yes, I have many relatives in the city here. I do not fear these masked lords.
Sir Baldar, since you are now the proud owner of his former establishment, would you mind giving us a tour of that location?
Very well.
Sweet.
Be off.
I think it may be unwise. Perhaps the guards are over there due to the ruckus. I think we should abide or proceed with caution.
Alright, send a sneaky. Make sure it's cool.
It's Sir Baldar's establishment now. He's giving us a tour.
Our presence in the scene of a recently violent ruckus may not do good for our cause.
The sign.
Look, it even bears his name. Let us enter.
Nice. Is there a gate?
Welcome, friends. We're still cleaning the place. There was many of these Jolly Rogers here. I do not know where they are now. No doubt their companions came and removed their corpses. I littered the floor with them.
What did you hear any interesting discussions taking place while you were entering before you dispatched this devious fiend?
Yes, they seem to have been conversing with Edwin. He had been yelling at them. That they all needed to face justice, so I dispatched it immediately.
The Lord Baldar, if he was trying to dispense justice, then why would you have slain him before he was able to dispense justice?
No, I was dispensing justice. He was the fiend
I apologize.
that you had spoke of, and I had to take care of him.
Then was he speaking?
I do not have anything in my store at the moment.
Did it appear that Edwin was being shooken down by the Jolly Rogers as well? Or did they seem to be...
I just noticed they were arguing, yes. And he needed to feel the justice of my hammer.
Friends, I've heard enough. Let us go to these Jolly Rogers and pay them another visit.
Yes.
Sounds right.
Very good.
Be prepared. I don't believe they are in league with the city guard like they claim. I believe they were trying to intimidate us into thinking that. We may have to do combat with these fiends.
Keep in mind, you're recording your actions here with your crystals, so...
My friends, I do not know if entering this building is wise. We were already asked to leave once. Perhaps...
Knock?
I believe we've tried that once. Perhaps,
we have new evidence to suggest they were opposed to Edwin, and we're accusing them of murder.
Let us discuss
Are
this
these
plan.
Latino individuals that recently came to town, are they not supposed to be favoring the defense of merchants and such?
I believe we should present this information.
If these fellows are concerned with the defense and protection of merchants, perhaps it would be wise to meet these fellows and express our concerns about the goings-on with these Jolly Roger fellows.
Who are you speaking of, the Walkingers?
I think you may have a point, Gunther. I think we would be wise to follow your plan. One sec, I know Belegond is busy in meditation in the other realm currently.
That is fine. We should never disturb a man communing with his gods.
Porcelain gods.
Well, whatever those gods are made of.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
What are we doing? What are we up to?
Did you
Gunther
come up with any answers while conversing with the porcelain god?
Yes,
Gunther
the porcelain god say, shit happens.
Were you asking me? I'm assuming we're off somewhere.
So the plan is to speak with the Joaquiners and see if we can perhaps ask them something about these the Jolly Rogers having been involved with assaulting merchants in this town.
Okay. Ask away.
Lord Balis, I will allow you to speak with them. You have lost the most in this sad affair.
Greetings, Joaquiners. I see you bear the symbol of the Lady of Gold. Oh, yes, of course.
Blessings shine upon you.
Unfortunately, her blessings have not shone upon us today. Unfortunately, my cousin Balen Velos was a merchant here who was recently murdered, and we are trying to figure out why merchants in this area are not being shown the smile of Our Lady of Gold.
We do not know. We are just pilgrims here to see the Golden Lady. She is known to have returned from the abyss, and she will be making an appearance in the city. We've come to venerate her.
Then perhaps this lady could be of some assistance when she arrives, or perhaps we could seek her out ourselves. If these Jolly Roger fellows are not truly in league with the guards, then we should have nothing to lose by entering their establishment. We know them to be thieves.
Yeah, and how do we know that, how do we know they weren't all just murdered?
Well, that would be a good thing to be aware of.
The way I see it, friends, is that they are probably not in league with the guards, as they claim. I don't believe they have the favor of the city. They are probably rabble-rousers and, involved in shaking down the merchants in the area. Let us enter. What do we have to lose at this point? If we don't find out what's going on, we're going to end up in prison anyway. We just got to play it cautious. If they attack us first, we're just defending ourselves. Don't make any hasty motions. Do not try to intimidate them unless it's a last resort, or try to bluff them. Let's go in and question them like we were done before and tell them that we have, evidence that they were in Edwin's shop and they were found there harassing him, and why, and question why they did that, because we're seeking information on behalf of the city, as far as I'm concerned, not just to prove our own innocence, but to find the truth. We're appealing our own case.
Indeed, I see nothing wrong with this logic.
The only thing I see incorrect about this is that these men have asked us nicely to leave their establishment and not return. I will not enter their establishment.
They did not ask us nicely, though.
I will accompany you, but I will not enter their establishment. If you do need my assistance, I will wait outside.
So you're not with us if we enter. Is that correct?
I will wait outside for you.
It may be wise to not have weapons drawn when we enter this establishment. Just be on guard.
My weapons are not drawn.
Get the hell out of here, guards!
Let me intimidate these fools. in a submission, in the cower.
They've already called for the guard as soon as you entered. They called for the guards. They recognized you. They had asked you to leave before. We've told these men not to come into our establishment, guards. You will leave immediately, or you will face the city justice.
No, sir. We are seeking the justice.
You were recently accused of murder. You've been asked to leave.
And we are trying to find the true murderers.
You will leave immediately. This does not look good for you. You will leave immediately. Stop harassing this guild that has been established in the city. You've been warned. I will not speak to you anymore of this nature.
This is a mockery of justice.
Master Guardsman, do you not understand that we are here under your magistrate's authority to find the culprit that is truly responsible?
You do not have right to shake down our citizens, our registered guild members, and I will not speak to you anymore. You will leave immediately.
Let's go. Unarmed.
Friends, come.
These men are armed. Who does it truly appear is doing the shaking down?
Do they have names, these guards? Can I get your name, guard?
Are you going to leave?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I was just asking for a name.
Just leave. Just leave.
Well, we're recording these on our little recording stones. I thought we'd get his name. Find out who these guards are who are hooked up with the Jolly Rogers.
They are just local city guards that are here to administer justice on behalf of the city.
Well, friends, I am truly curious now what route we should take.
I think we should implore some higher knowledge, some higher wisdom. Perhaps the Church of Gond or the Mages Guild or some other person to know who will see reason and logic. It seems like the city is mad with corruption. There has to be one soul or several souls in the city who are not this way.
Perhaps this Lady of Gold, who wishes to bestow protection upon the merchants, if we were to come into her presence, she would be able to perhaps explain to us or see or at least show that we truly are trying to do nothing but find the culprit responsible, and maybe she could point us in the direction of those responsible.
Unfortunately, I do not believe we have time to wait for her, Gunther.
Yes, we have to find someone who's been here a while and knows the city. Did we ever happen across the Mages Guild? We know of the Temple of Gond. There's the City Watch. This says at Car Kessel. Perhaps he knows something. Let's ask him. He seems to be a proprietor of some sort.
Perhaps we should wait. Perhaps it would be wise to enter the establishment under the light of day, as opposed to barging into someone we do not know at night.
I'm entering.
As your rogue enters, he hears the argument between him and the Jolly Roger. Then they see you and they remain silent as you enter.
Oh, my apologies.
Can I help you at your...
My apologies for interrupting your meeting. We were wondering if you had any wares for sale that we could look at.
Yes, please. Look at my goods. Yes.
I'd like to roll a knowledge check on a Car Kessel to see if I know anything about him.
All right.
Booyah.
He's just your. He's just a known merchant in the city. He's no one of rated stature and importance.
Okay. He's just a merchant though.
Friends, let us leave this man. He appears to be in the middle of a rather important meeting.
Good Sir Akar Kessel, if you would like us to stay, we would be happy to assist you in any way you might need. My cousin, Balen Velos, was also a merchant here, who was having trouble with some folks in this town. Perhaps we could be of assistance to you.
Please, help me. These guys, they're trying to harass me. Please, get them out of here. They're using my building as one of their bases. I don't want to be involved anymore. Please.
Good sir.
He doesn't know
Let's
what he's
protect
talking
him.
about.
Protect him. These Jolly Rogers they're evil. I can sense it.
Good
I am
sir.
not
What is?
he's talking about?
Go ahead,
Would
Gunther.
it be wise to bring one of these?
We
watchmen?
own this place.
No, you do not. This merchant here, Akar Kessel, owns this place. He is known to own this place.
He doesn't own it
Roll an
anymore.
intimidation
This
roll.
is our place. All right, go ahead. He is afraid of you.
You will answer every question truthfully,
Please don't.
or you will feel the extent
Yes.
of my wrath.
Yes, whatever you want to know. Please don't hurt me.
Velos,
First.
have at him.
First, what do you know of the murder of Balen Velos?
I didn't do it. I'm innocent.
I believe you. Do you know
No,
who was
stop.
Not a
involved?
question.
We asked you what you know of it.
It's my boss. He's responsible. He's taking over the city merchants. He's harassing them. He's taking them out. I didn't do anything. I am innocent.
And this boss,
I got a
who is
question.
he?
Are there any?
He's the red one.
The red one.
He's
What is his
up
name?
hiding. We just refer to him as Red. He is the head
Are
of
there
our
any
Where does he
other-
organization.
reside?
Somewhere in the sewers.
Take us there.
Well, real
Hold
quick,
on.
are there any other Jolly Rogers in this building?
Yes, there
I
are
would like
Jolly
that.
Rochers in the building.
I would like to ask this peasant to go behind the building and bring perhaps a man of the watch in so he can observe this. Akar Cassell can be the witness that we did not strong-arm these answers out of, or we did not coerce this man into it. We simply witnessed.
Our recording stones are catching all of this.
Yeah, our recording stones got it covered.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Do you
If you
trust
want,
the
I can bring
magistrates
in
to
more.
give you stones?
Well, I
Do you
rolled
trust the
intelligence
stones that
against
the
the
magistrate gave you?
magistrate, and the magistrate was known as an honorable person within the city. So he, like, from my
magistrate didn't
character's
give these
knowledge,
to you.
yes.
Okay,
The
if
magistrate
we're worried
didn't
about
give
that,
these
is there any
to
way
you.
to check? Any way to check the recording stones, make sure they're recording?
Well, the watchmen, they automatically would think everything that you're doing, good and bad. The watchmen have arrived, as you have asked. What's going on here?
This man has just this fiend has just confessed to knowledge of a murder of one of your town citizens.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
It's not that this man...
Tell this man who did. You know of information.
I'm innocent.
Said
Please
that-
don't hurt me.
Maybe he can answer this. Because he said who it was. That means it wasn't us.
Indeed. Master Cassell, could you inform these guards of what this fiend has just said prior to their arrival?
Yes, they were taking over my business. They were taking over all the businesses. They're intimidating us and hurting us, forcing us to do their bidding. Even now, one of them is upstairs.
We should remove this man from Akar's shop and assure him safety.
You there!
You're
I
coming
run
with
upstairs
us, sir.
Intercept him.
You said there's a guy upstairs? What's he look like? Never mind.
Another Jolly Roger.
Get out of here!
Challenge. Ready to surrender?
He attacks you.
Yes! Was that all?
No answers.
It looks like fortune does not favor the bold today.
Oh, they took him away.
Let's see if he has anything on him that may be incriminating.
You find a parchment on him that says black.
Black. Let us report this to the wizard and see if he has any knowledge of this.
Let me see it. It said, wait, out of character, does it say black or it is black?
It just says black.
So there's printed lettering on it that says black. Okay, let me roll, see if I know anything about it. Okay.
You've come across parchments like this before. You're suspicious that it may be a password of sorts.
Okay. Now we know some type of password.
My friends, we should visit the other merchant establishments here and assure the other merchants' safety.
Yes, let us do that.
Akar.
Hey, real quick, does anyone know who this peasant really is?
He's just a random NPC, right, Boo?
Well, he did go and get these guards for us, so I assume he's not in allegiance with the Jolly Rogers.
No, he's not. He's just your typical famous peasant.
Akar, I am sorry that your business was disturbed and disrupted by these foolish men. I assume that they murdered my cousin, which is unfortunate. But if they do bother you again, do not hesitate to contact us.
Thank you, good friends. Please take this award. He gives you all 100 gold.
100 each, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Thank you. Let us make haste and visit the other establishments before the night is too late.
Quickly.
Do we have a map of the other merchants?
Did you... Yeah, can you just tell us real quick? Because we're running out of time.
What?
I was wondering if we knew if there were other merchants on marked on our map. If we had a map of Waterdeep, if we knew of other merchants.
No, those were, you've been to all the merchant houses that operate independently.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, well, friends, we have a confession from one of the members of the Jolly Roger.
I don't know if a confession from just one Jolly Roger will help us much against Edwin's voice, but if
We also have a
Not
witness.
much voice.
We could convince
We do
the
know he's in the sewer if
magistrate.
we want to go look
Yeah.
there.
Perhaps we should first convince the magistrate to let us investigate this in the sewers, and he might even lend us a guard or two to assist us.
Very well, that's worthwhile. Let's do this. Where is the magistrate?
You want to see not the magistrate, but the Lord.
Yes, sorry.
You had appealed your case to him.
Yes.
Here, gun. Right over here.
Lord Peregrine, it
Yes,
is
I have been
good
watching
to see you again.
Yes.
It would seem that the Jolly Rogers have been harassing many of the merchants in this town, and we believe that they may be responsible for the death of my cousin Balen. We would like your permission to investigate this in the
Yes.
sewers and see if we can track down this man known as the Red One.
Well, the entrance to the sewers is in the South Ward.
Thank you.
And we have permission to go there?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Wish to go there now?
First, would
Yes.
it be possible to have some of your guards accompany us?
He does not offer you any guards. He says that you have to prove your own innocence. Of
Very
your
well.
own doing.
Thank you for your time. My friends,
We
let
have
us
some allies.
venture if we need to summon Sir Baldar or perhaps Minx the Druid. We will do that when the time comes.
He marked on your map the entrance to the sewer.
I believe it's this way, friend.
Well, they don't look friendly.
Creatures block your path.
We're not getting paid by the hour.
Steal yourselves.
You will pay. Yes. Ah! Some healing would be nice. I could use some. Did I do that?
Alright, see your ranger. Let's do a death blow roll. You are dead, sir.
Is that unresable or?
No, that just means he has to be
he's got
resurrected.
to. Alright, let's do it for you. You are dead.
Yep.
So that subtract 2 resurrections. You'll have none after this. You can bring them up though. You don't.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
2
you
reses.
can You can do it right now.
Because you'll have to restore them at an inn, or you could sleep out in the woods. You know, your abilities back.
You still have
So
4
that
scrolls
bear.
of resurrect, though.
He's running into the tree there.
Yeah, I hit it in the head with a rock and confused it.
I require some aid of the healing arts. As do we all, I believe.
Let us travel together slowly in the future.
Yep.
I believe that was an ambush.
Yeah, but we also weren't all together, so it took a while to get caught up.
So just your typical creatures in the rural area sometimes.
That's a lot of them.
Except for the assassin.
Up ahead, there are some
Yeah, they did
enemies.
take advantage of that.
Let us plan out this assault first.
Hold on, I gotta heal and then a cooldown.
Gunther, be sure to call out targets, and I will assist you.
I will first try to remove this assassin from our presence.
Very well. Let us make short work of these.
Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Yes.
I'm bleeding out! You might want to stand back for this one!
You are just incapacitated.
Can't die here!
You are just incapacitated.
Let us kill this plague
I've fallen,
burst.
and I can't get up.
You are dead. Who just died?
That was the rogue.
Is it the cleric?
Rogue.
Okay.
The rogue died. Hopefully there's some fine men of the City Watch will save me. There's no way I can kill all them on my own now. It looks like the adventure is about to come to an end.
for you!
This is tough. This is uneasy too.
Yeah, the monster
really
difficulty might
one.
be a little bit high.
Yeah, seriously, this is crazy.
You might want to like
Our
maybe
level.
adjust,
This
make some
gotta be-
custom monsters that are -1 level.
It's odd. That was a general spawn spot. I didn't make any of those.
Yeah, I realize that. I was just saying it might be wise in the future to maybe make some monsters that have maybe a -1 level modifier or something.
Okay, so
It
Argil's
was weird
the only
though
one who's
that
dead.
you
The
guys
other
had
two
no
are
trouble.
incapacitated.
When you guys went in the dungeon though, you had no trouble burning through all those. Which is odd.
That's true.
It would be so difficult.
Yeah, I basically got one-shotted by the spitters.
Our friend is a ghost. We have to take our ghost friend to the cleric and get him healed. You're a ghost, that's what happened. Follow us. Can you teleport us to the Temple of Gond? Out of character.
Yep. Greetings. Have you need of my services?
Indeed, we have
yes.
just had a recently deceased friend that we would like you to restore to life for us. I will be the one paying the fee.
Very well. I have heard of your great deeds in the city. This one is on me. My hammer has been restored to me that was stolen recently from my neighbor here on the other across the way. He had been doing shady deals, and he has restored my hammer, and I will give you credit for that.
Nice.
We are very grateful for your kind deed, High Artificer. Gentlemen, I think we may need to rethink our approach to this if it is to succeed.
Yes, we should definitely hire our druid friend, Minx, to assist us.
Once we are inside the dungeon, she will be summoned, correct? Or can we summon her at any
anywhere
moment?
you want. It just costs money.
Okay. Okay. Like, do we have to pay if we like go from one zone to the next, or is it per quest?
Yeah. Per zone.
Okay.
100 gold.
So let's see if the monsters respawn.
What is it called?
It's 100 gold.
It's pretty cheap.
Let's summon her now, or wait till you get in the dungeon?
I would like to wait till we get in the dungeon, assuming there are...
This should be fun. I'll check their pockets for secrets. Here.
Perhaps it would be wise to avoid these beasts.
And they're dead. You call that a fight?
Friends, I am summoning the spirits of nature to our aid.
Halt! What's the password?
Black. The password is black.
You wish to enter in the sewer now?
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I would like to take the leaf of minx and blow on it.
Alright.
And I don't think you can summon her here, but she'll be in the next room, I suppose.
How long does my guardian remain if I summon it?
It's per battle. Minsk has arrived.
Battle.
Minx
Ooh, awesome.
in her wolf form. You notice some blue sash members staring blankly at a passage.
I think I see a door.
Ren,
Greetings.
why are you staring at this wall? What are you doing here? This is a dangerous place.
We are trying to get in there. There's a... Oh yeah, the sewers isn't belong to many people. But there's supposed to be some type of tomb in here. And we want to get in there, but we don't know how to get in. These braziers are supposed to open the door. We don't know how to light them, and we light them the wrong way. A bunch of undead creatures start popping out of the ground.
Belagon.
Can I do a knowledge check on the braziers?
Yeah.
There we go.
You've seen this pattern before in your chase. You light the middle two, and the door should open.
Just lighting the middle two opens the door, not the outer two as well?
Just the middle two.
Friends, it appears
You want to
that
light them now?
the secret to doing this is lighting just the two braziers closest to the door. I suggest we light them. Yes? Yes.
Of course. Belagond, I trust you.
The lock is open for you now.
Open sesame. Aha.
Master Rogue, I will need you to guide us.
Did Minx just get turned to stone?
Druid. Yep. I don't. That was an accident. I didn't even know how.
Okay.
I was still clicked on it. I was opening the door. Okay.
Would you like to place the traps again?
No, it's no worries.
Okay. These braziers.
As you
look,
open the chest, a creature comes out of the coffin.
We're not getting paid by the hour. You might want to stand back.
Oh boy.
Let's try something big, shall we? Let's try something big, shall we?
You are dead.
Let's try something big, shall we? A perfect strike! A well-deserved victory.
I have a scroll of res.
And yeah, you have to use it.
Hang on real quick.
For you!
You've gained favor with the blue sashes for opening the passageway.
Okay, I'm back.
Nice.
So,
Blue sashes are more favorable to you now.
hopefully when we hit level 2, monsters won't be able to kill us in one hit.
You hope. Just 2 hits for me.
So I literally got
So
hit.
who exactly are these blue sash fellows?
Some group you've never talked to before.
Did we loot the chests in this room?
Gentlemen,
Okay,
the
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we did. Someone did. Right?
I
What's that?
didn't.
Did we check them? The chests? Did we literally check the chests for loot?
Yes.
Okay.
I just went up a level.
Yeah, I gave you some
Nice.
XP for your troubles that you have. I don't think it's fair that you guys should be one-shotted like that.
Give me a second to apply my ability points.
Yeah. Is the druid still with us? Minx, the wolf?
She's coming.
Kelly.
I could use some healing. Ha! Let's
Oops, sorry.
do this. Close to death.
Trouble with thugs is completed.
My friends, let me search this area. We should not run ahead in haste. This dead end seems suspicious and unfortunate.
A false wall. Nice.
Is everyone level 2 now?
Not
We
Yeah.
are
Titanius.
2 of us.
Let me give you more.
I'm level 2. I'm level 2.
Yeah, we can continue. Titanius is about 100 from level 2, so...
Off in the distance, friends, I see another member of the culprit organization.
Let us approach with caution.
Extreme caution.
What's the password?
Black.
I guess you know it. You've opened the door. Very well.
Yes, we know. Indeed, we know.
We're really good with passwords.
These men here look to be quite hostile. Allow our good wizard friend here, Belagond, perhaps you could put these men to sleep.
I will try. Okay.
I have deaf and blind.
I will try and sleep the
You
left
can use that.
half. You try and sleep the right half.
Very well.
Did your clerk want to use the deaf and blind? Oh, never mind.
They all failed.
Okay.
They all failed.
Cannot
They're immune to
become
sleep.
unconscious.
They're elves.
And they're dead.
What do we have here?
I take it you are Red, the man who has murdered my cousin, Balen Velos, and
Yes.
wrought havoc amongst the people of Waterdeep. I will exact.
Yes, that's me.
You will come with us.
Ashamed.
You will come with us and face the justice.
Okay. Yes. Yes,
by force if necessary.
I will follow you. Yes, I yield to your greatness. Great short man. I give up.
What? That's easy.
I believe he mocked
too
us.
easy.
This should do some damage.
Behind you, Gunther.
You now have established enough evidence to prove your innocence by his admitting to doing the crimes. You now return to the Lord and speak to them of your innocence. And what the Dungeon Master would like to know is why none of you stealthed your way into their buildings and overheard their conversations, or why you didn't use Arcane Eye. You could have just a lot sooner.
So the wizard didn't have Arcane Eye.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I thought that was the whole point, was to sneak in and
right
do something.
Arcane Eye.
Nobody snuck in.
Well, right in the beginning, you said you were going to stealth your way in there. No one did that. And I was like, what happened?
We kept second-guessing ourselves.
Yeah, you did. But you did well. You did solve it eventually.
Yeah, I was definitely worried
killed
there.
Everyone.
I was worried.
You pretty much killed all your opportunity. You sent Sir Crazy Boldar in the building. That was a big mistake.
Yeah, that was definitely a poor choice and not what I intended to happen. But makes perfect sense looking back.
Well, it did give us one piece of information, because like he oversaw the squabble, between the Jolly Rogers and Edwin.
Dear gods, the sun appears to be doing strange things. Look out for dark magics afoot.
It is probably the Lady Joaquin arriving.
Slowly.
Must be.
Apparently she moves suns.
And moons.
Are we going in?
Oh, yes.
Welcome. I have seen the evidence. You have done a great justice to Waterdeep by removing this fiend that has been harassing our merchants. I have heard of your valor, and I take away all burden of guilt that has been upon you. You have been exonerated, and I'm also impressed with your deeds that you have done for the city in service of the Adventurers Guild. I do have a proposition for you. We have some urgent things in our city that need your attention. Some of the other lords wish to speak to you. If you would have them as your audience with you, if that is possible.
Of course. Whatever we can do to assist the town of Waterdeep.
Requesting, my lord. Absolutely.
Very well. You may enter the Waterdeep Castle that is to the north of the Central Ward. There are all the guards guarding the gate there. Tell them I have given you permission to go through.
Indeed, my lord.
Very cool.
You hear chanting as you walk by a group of... See the city guard. Yes, do you have a pass?
Yes, we have the word of the open Lord. He has granted us.
Very good. We will let you in.
That's a lot of guards.
Went to the castle. The masked, mysterious lords of Waterdeep. Thank you for coming. We have heard of your great deeds for our beloved city of splendor. We have most unfortunate news. Joaquin had arrived in our city only to disappear. This has caused great riots in the street from the Joaquiners. We wish you to discover the nature of her disappearance. She was last seen in the Northern Ward. We do not know where she can be found now. Will you help us?
Not how we can.
How could we deny such a request from the Lord of Waterdeep?
Very well. Please take this pass that gives you freedom to go anywhere and travel anywhere in the city. And please take this sum of gold here as a down payment for your services. He hands you each 500 gold pieces.
This is most gracious, your Lord.
Leave to
Thank
the
you.
Northern Ward or Southern Ward, or you go anywhere you want now.
Masked Lord, would you also grant my friend here the right and authority to take over his deceased cousin's establishment in his name?
I am sorry, this has already been asked by another representative of the city. It appears your comrade Sir Baldar has acquired all the property rights.
Preposterous. How did he gain such rights?
He is a businessman of the city.
I can think of no one better to take over the job that my cousin began.
Very well. Let us return to the city. We accept your request.
Very well. Where do you wish to go? You can go. I would like the Northern Ward that he spoke to.
I'd like to visit the local merchants just to see if I can upgrade my equipment. My starting equipment doesn't seem to be efficient.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll send you back to the Central Ward. I can make these guys merchant for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And here, these city guards. Is a salesman of sorts.
On the side.
Yeah, you know, they're facing the wall, so.
For some reason, I believe the city guard is on this side of the wall. That's interesting.
What can I do for you? I have everything that you need.
anyone able to actually afford anything?
No.
Nope.
I have some
I hear
I have a
the,
bandit leather breastplate
Lords-
on me.
The Lords give you a few of their chests from their treasury to assist you in your journey.
See what they got. I got a tender short rib.
I got beer. I feel well paid.
Lovely. Does anyone need a battle axe?
No, sir.
Very well, I guess I will save my money for a future endeavor.
Indeed.
Alright, let us travel
Comrades,
north.
I would call this a good time to get rest and recuperate in the inn and plan our adventure for next time.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Very
Yeah, let's
good.
do that.
Thanks for hosting, Boo. That was great.
Let me give me a little bit more XP. Real quick. Well, I'd expect you to have more by now. I didn't just. But so I'll give you some. Oops.
Woo! We win!
You win.
Man, we're killing all kinds of stuff standing here. It's great. See, we're just
That
thinking
help?
these things, and it's happening.
Did that
A little
help
bit.
at all? Or?
Yeah, it helps. Definitely helps. Yeah, I'm sitting at about 765
You need
total.
200 more?
Yeah,
let me
200
see if
more
I
will
can
get
fix it.
300.
Yeah, I'm way behind everyone else. I'm guessing because I missed last week. So I think I saw a typo in your thinning the
Good there.
horde.
I'll get it. Are you there yet?
Yeah, I think we all just hit
Yeah.
the 3.
I just leveled up.
I'm there. I'm at 3.
If you want during the week to level yourself up to 5, I will accept that.
Alright, I will
So these can be
definitely.
ready for next. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I'll get my cleric up to 5 so he's not such a waste of space.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was great fun. I'm looking forward to
It's
next
good
week.
stuff.
Thanks again for running this.
Absolutely.
Yep. Sweet.
Marl, are you coming back next week?
Yeah, I can. If you need me, I'll make sure my cleric's
Alright, cool.
up. And it's Mr. Al. So.
Mr. Al, okay. Mr. Al, 777. Alright. Yeah,
That's me.
I'll put you on the list for next Sunday then.
Alright, very good.
Alright, I'll close it out. You guys have a good night.
Thanks again.
Alright, thanks.
You same, brother. You too.